Hello and welcome to Threefold Herbal Healing. I'm herbalist Leo Sade. I help people who struggle with chronic condition grow their health from the roots up. Today I'm talking about immune resilience. That was the topic of my last three videos. Today I'm giving practical tips and guides. So if you follow me, you know that my mantra is it's not what you take, it's what you do. Yes, I will suggest supplements and herbs, but they will not work if you don't invest the time and the energy in the foundation. And what is the foundation? A healthy diet, good night's sleep, and moving. We'll talk about it in a moment. The building blocks of resilient immune system are found in what you do every day to build a healthy inner ecology. Let's start with energy production because all the cells in the body needs energy in order to function, and that includes the immune cells. So what are the building blocks of energy production in the body? As I said, all cells of the body need to produce energy for optimal function. Energy production is a nutrient dependent process. So you need all the nutrients. To make energy, your body needs vitamin B1, B2, B3, B5, magnesium, and iron. Vitamin B and iron can come from protein. Animal protein is absorbed in the body better than plant-based vitamins or proteins that contain anti-nutrients and are hard to digest. Another thing that you will need in order to fully break down vitamin Bs and iron from the food that you eat is a robust stomach with enough stomach acid. If you have acid reflux or other issues about the stomach, you want to take care of them in order to have enough energy in your body to produce a robust immune system. Other vitamins for immune resilience. Vitamin needed for immune health and the food that contains them. So let's talk about that. Vitamin A. Vitamin A is crucial for healthy snot. I talked about snot just a couple of videos ago. It prevents pathogens from binding to the mucous membrane, so it is easy to expel them when you either sneeze or blow your nose. Vitamin A is also involved in the maturation of T cells of the adaptive immune system. When vitamin A is deficient, your body will produce more pro-inflammatory immune cells, meaning you will have a tendency to produce inflammation instead of suppressing it. Good vitamin A sources are orange vegetables and fruits, such as pumpkin, squashes, carrot, sweet potatoes, all in season right now. Vitamin D. Vitamin D helps regulate the immune response. It increases white blood cells' capacity to engulf and destroy pathogens and produces your body's innate antibiotic. You synthesize vitamin D from sunlight in the summer, but in the winter you might consider supplementing with vitamin D K2, especially if your vitamin D serum is under 40. Vitamin E. Vitamin E is an antioxidant, meaning it cleans the ashes of metabolic process. It is found mainly in nuts and seeds and protect immune cells from oxidative damage. Selenium. Selenium is another antioxidant compound that is very important and it supports the integrity of your immune cells. If you take only 2 Brazilian nuts every day, you get the daily recommended dosage of selenium. Easy peasy. Zinc. Zinc is needed for maturation and activation of white blood cells. Zinc is found in oyster, lamb meat, chicken, turkey, and beef. Vitamin C enhances white blood cell function and act as an antioxidant to protect immune cells from oxidative stress. Vitamin C is found in red bell pepper, kiwi, berries, broccoli, Brussels sprout, citrus, papaya, mango, and dark leafy greens. So that was about food and what you want in your plate in order to support a robust immune system. Let's talk about sleep now. Poor sleep increases cortisol levels, increasing pro inflammatory immune messengers and decreasing the body's response to anti inflammatory messengers. So basically, when you don't sleep enough, you promote inflammation. When you don't prioritize 7 to 8 hours of sleep at night, or if you struggle with insomnia or sleep disorder, such as sleep apnea, your body develops systemic inflammation that leads to a reactive, unbalanced immune system. Movement. Movement reduces stress, meaning cortisol go whoops way down, and with it, inflammatory markers. It also increases the flow of blood and lymph, improving the delivery of nutrients to cells and removing waste products, creating a vital ecosystem that is not hospitable to germs. So now that we talked a little bit about lifestyle, let's talk about herbs. Herbs for the immune system can support immunity in 4 different ways. We are talking about herbal acute stimulants that are short-term and fast-acting herbs that increase white blood cell counts, basically. So those are the type of herbs that you are going to use when you feel like you're getting a disease like the sore throat, maybe the headache, the head congestion, the lung congestion. You feel it coming. That's the time to use herbal acute stimulants. And I'm going to give an example in a moment. Herbal immune tonics or tropho-restoratives support long-term healing. They nourish the immune system. They restore proper structure and function. Those herbs are building, nourishing, long-term. So they are slow-acting herbs. Herbal anti-inflammatories are herbs that reduce inflammation. And then we have antimicrobial herbs. Those are usually not systemic. So we don't really have what we call systemic antimicrobial. They mostly work on tissue that they come in direct contact with. So mainly in the all the way from mouth to small intestines and in the kidneys because most of them are detox through the kidneys. So let's talk about one specific acute immune stimulant. Let's talk about echinacea. Echinacea was actually introduced to Dr. Myers. He was a medical practitioner who practiced in Nebraska in 1870s, and he learned about echinacea from the Native American Indians. He used it as an antidote for snake bite. And what he did was send some of the roots to Dr. King and Dr. Lloyd in the Eclectic Medical Institute in Cincinnati. Now we're talking about the founding fathers of American medicine. And they were like the kings of medicine at the time. And they disregarded his roots and his idea and his knowledge for, I don't know, for a long time until they found out that he was right. They were very skeptical, and he had to run a bunch of experiment on himself, risking his own life in order to convince them. And later they found out it was helpful as an alternative. Alternatives are herbs that move blood and help detox, cleanse waste products through moving blood and lymph. And it was also antiseptic. So antibacterial, antiviral type of thing. By 1920, echinacea became the most widely used botanical in American history. And you probably know echinacea because it's a well-used herb and you can find it in all pharmacies, wellness center, grocery stores now. Many people use echinacea without knowing what really it does. So it's improved lymphatic flow and waste removal from the cells. And just by doing that, it's kind of reduced the overload of the work of the immune system because the immune system is looking for pathogens, and when there is a clearing of waste product, they can suddenly see what's happening. Think of swollen lymph node as in the case of sore throat. If you squirt echinacea tincture directly on the lymph node at the back of the throat, it can be helpful to drain the nodes, reduce the inflammation, and relieve the sore throat. By increasing the white blood cell capacity to engulf and destroy pathogen, and increasing neutrophil numbers, echinacea reduce underlying cause that trigger fever. So basically, neutrophils are your immune system soldier, like foot soldiers that go everywhere in your blood system looking for pathogens, then engulfing them and just getting rid of them. And echinacea increase their number in the system, so hey for echinacea. Now let's talk about immune tonic or tropho-restorative. Those, as I say, work totally different. They are not fast acting. They are not for acute condition. They work really slow and build immune resilience over time. One of them is astragalus. It is warming, it is toning, so it's release tone to the system, to the tissue, and it's sweet and nourishing. Sweetness always indicate nourishment and replenishing depleted immune system. It can support people after an acute illness when the immune system is drained, or for people with a lingering condition such as Epstein-Barr virus or long COVID. Astragalus is generally not used in acute condition because it closes the pores of the skin. And what happens is you have fever or you have an acute condition and your immune system is trying to get rid of all those toxins and dead pathogens and dead cells, and it pushes it through the fever, through the heat into the skin to eliminate it. And if you take astragalus and you close the pores, you hold back all those toxins. Heat and toxins get trapped in the body. Instead, it is used for a long time as a preventative and to build a resilient immune system. People with autoimmune disease should avoid herbs that stimulate the immune system. So not acute stimulant and not tonic stimulant, because their immune system is already overactive. So they need to find the type of herbs, the type of that actually reduce the anti-inflammatory that can reduce their overreactive system. Herbs can nourish and restore structure and function, but are not a long-term solution. If you're one of those people who get sick multiple times every winter, or you can't seem to shake off that nasty cold all season, then your immune system needs some loving kindness. And that is where I come in. If you're one of these people who really feel all winter, if you get sick and slowly after that you recover and then get sick again and recover and get sick again, you need to build your immune system from the roots up, and I can help you. Um, Thank you for watching that. You know where to find me if you need me. I will put my information in the comments, but if you have any other questions, any other comment, I would love to hear from you. Also, if you have an issue that really keeps you up at night and you want me to cover it, let me know. Have a good day. Bye.